Hi again, everybody. Mike Allegre for FullAccessSports.com and our weekly student-athlete feature, and of course, with the Lady Bearcats this week, and our senior, close to our hearts, Sophie Wilson. Once you watch ladies come through the system and they play a lot in over 4 years, you kind of adopt them a little bit more than maybe others at this time. And Sophie is certainly co-captain this year and Peg Swadner's team, and already looking for the W, which seems like that's been a never-ending quest off and on for 4 years.
Right.
But it just seems like the ability to maybe get that W and a few more than normal is really at your hands this year.
I think we're a lot closer to getting that win this year than I felt in the past. So,
How so?
I think that our team is doing a good job of working together this year, and the plays are setting us up to get into a better offense, and we've got more of a sense of team defense, and yeah, just working together.
One of the things that you have come and gone with in terms of how you want to shoot, whether you should shoot that three-point shot, which is kind of a natural for you, that 14 to 15 footer around the edge, and even the put back underneath. Sometimes you would defer to others. This year that's changed. How come?
I think being a senior and just getting in the gym more in the off season and getting the extra confidence, yeah, it's felt better than usual in the last recent months, so I'm feeling good about it.
Obviously, when coaches change, offenses and different things change, including how you do things and how you don't do things. What are you getting as a team this year? One thing I can say is I'm seeing a whole lot of instructing. It's almost like a class with the basketball on the floor, but there's a little more to it than that.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right. It is kind of like a classroom setting, and we're kind of starting from square one with our new coach and just learning. We really, in the beginning of the season, went back to the very basics and just stripped it down to fundamentals, and of course had to start with a brand new offense, brand new defense. So it's really been about starting at the foundation and building up from there.
One of the things in the inside shot, the shot in the paint, always a bugaboo it seemed like. And then also when you get down, someone gets an 8 or a 10 or 12 point run on you, a la George Fox last week. No head hanging. Everyone was back in. How are we going to repair this?
Right. I think that learning to come back from a deficit is something that we've really needed to work on this season, and we're continuing to improve in that. So in the games earlier on, you'd see they'd get a 12-point lead, and then all of a sudden it would turn into a 20, 30-point lead. And I'm hoping that that's starting to turn itself around, and we're learning how to fight back from a small deficit and not just accept that that's final score and the loss.
It's not just the fighting back physically, it's that emotional and mental fight you have to have, not only with yourself but with the team as a group. I see you guys really working well as a team.
Yeah, I think that's totally it. It's more mental for us than it is physical.
Okay, now with the season underway, we're playing two of the top 25 ranked teams. We've already lost in a closer game than I think people realize to George Fox. Number 6 Lewis and Clark this weekend, a very tough team, and then it just doesn't get any easier from there. Every team is tough. Whitman, Whitworth, I can go on and on. How are you guys better prepared this year than last year?
Yeah, I think, like I said, just the preparation this year, just building off of starting from ground zero with everyone and then building from that. We've all gotten to know each other and our strengths and weaknesses more than before. And not to mention the league is kind of mixed up this year. It's a lot different in terms of who's winning. It's not your top 2 usual teams. Other teams that we didn't expect are beating teams that were 1 and 2 last year. So it's kind of mixed up, and anyone can win on any given night, and that's exciting for us.
And that includes you?
Yeah, right.
That's good to hear that. Now, obviously, you're in your senior year. You're preparing to graduate either sometime this year or maybe even early next year. Where is the academic trail, if you will, leading you?
So I plan to graduate in the spring, and from there I'll either live in Portland or Seattle and probably get a job volunteering for an NGO, hoping to set me up for the Peace Corps here in 5 years or something.
NGO would be?
Non-governmental organization. So probably working with immigrants would be what I'd be looking to.
Why was that interest for you?
I'm an anthropology major and psychology minor, so it kind of plays right into that. It's down that alley.
You were crazy about digging, as I understand.
No. No, that's archaeology. Commonly confused.
The anthro and the archa. See, I did just what you probably did listening to this, but it's very exciting for you.
Yeah, really exciting.
And then Peace Corps, and then down the road?
Maybe grad school, thinking about it, and then don't know, from there, we'll see.
What can we expect from you the rest of this season with this team, and even individually? You are a senior, a co-captain. There's got to be a few things that you probably have goals for yourself.
I hope to just provide the leadership that our team needs to be more successful this year, and I think we're on a good path in terms of figuring it out together. So I hope to be a positive voice on the court with my teammates.
If Craig will just follow me, if you look right back there where one of your assistants is standing, it was about 2 years ago where that light pole is that you were taking a 40-some-odd foot shot at the buzzer and winning it. Could we see one of those maybe later on this year?
You guys, I don't know about that. That's
just want to ask.
Goes in about once every 45 times.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, it looked good when it went in when you won that game that night. That's got to be one of the great memories in recent years of Bearcat women's basketball. And you were part of it.
Yeah.
Any final words?
Nope. Keep watching. I think it's going to be an exciting season for us.
And she has to get to practice.
Yep.
We're talking with Sophie Wilson. She wears number 11, and she's a senior this year, a co-captain, and ready to do battle for the rest of the season. Good luck the rest of the way, Soph.
Thank you.
You bet. Sophie Wilson, and I'm Mike Allegre. Thanks for joining us, everyone, here on FullAccessSports.com.